Hey there, how there, hello there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you to yet another classic soccer video. We're doing a friendly match, and as you see at the bottom right, past the Peter McParland tribute game, we have the John Robertson tribute match at City Ground between the 1979 Nottingham Forest team and 1979 Malmo. One from England, one from Sweden. The reason is this guy, John Robertson, footballer who died today, Christmas Day 2025. A Scottish footballer who was a left winger for Nottingham, Derby, and the Scotland national team. He played for Scotland a couple times. All that. His first spell at Nottingham from 1970 to 1983 was big. 386 appearances, 61 goals. He was infrequent as a midfielder, and when Brian Clough became manager of Forest, he was on the transfer list. No one bit. So somehow, in some way, he worked. He appeared in 243 consecutive games. That's pretty impressive. He scored the winning goal for Forest in the Football League Cup over Liverpool. Now, of course, the League Cup is the second biggest English trophy in knockout play. It's the FA Cup. The FA Cup, you basically got like 8 or 9 tiers of English soccer teams facing each other. The League Cup is only the top four tiers. He actually scored the winning goal for Nottingham in 1980 against Hamburg and provided the cross for the winning goal in the 1979 European Cup as Trevor Francis, the first £1 million transfer, scored against Malmo to win the European Cup. Of course, it's now called the Champions League. Brian Clough said that he was unattractive man and all that, but he was a Picasso and all that. He was sold to Derby on a contested transfer that soured the relationship between Brian Clough and his former assistant Peter Taylor, who basically held him everywhere. But unfortunately, he was injured and then went on a free transfer and only played a few more things before going to non-league football. He was a assistant manager to Martin O'Neill at Wycombe, Norwich, Leicester, Celtic, and Aston Villa. Robertson had a daughter named Jessica who had cerebral palsy, which left her quadriplegic and unable to speak or control her movements. In 1994, they actually challenged the hospital, saying that they had caused her brain damage, but they lost their case and all that. Robertson's other daughter was on the BBC quiz show TNL, Who Wins Theirs Wins. He actually had an autobiography, Supertramp, in 2012, had a heart attack in 2013, survived that, but died on Christmas Day at age 72. He was actually put in first place by the most fantastic, biggest all-time Nottingham Forest players, number one. Not even Trevor Francis did that. Well, I mean, the dude did play from 1970 to 1983 in the first division with Nottingham. Scotland national team, he only had 8 goals in 28 appearances. I think he played for the 78 Scots when they that destroyed their chances to be one of the best top 10 teams in the world by not getting out of the group stage in the World Cup. Well, something they have not done in 8 appearances. Their 9th appearance is this next year, 2026. So they better do it. Anyway, he won First Division, aka the Premier League, as it was now known, 1978. League Cup in 78, 79, the European Cup in 79 and 80, the European Super Cup in 1979, and Anglo Scottish Cup. So now let's play on, Robertson. 79 Nottingham Forest versus 79 Malmo. I'm sure Robertson is playing. Yep, there he is. Okay, great. All right, so Nottingham Malmo turf. The great Peter Shilton, former Union Star goalie, up there in a 4-4-2 for the back, for the middle, 2 in front. So is Malmo. Clark, Lloyd, Burns, and Anderson at the back. Robertson up front. McGovern, Boyer, and Francis as midfielders. Wilcock and Curtis trying to catch him, trying to score the goals. Malmo, Muller, and Matt Erlandson, and 3 Andersons. Lack, Kinfall, Lundberg, Topper, and Larson, Servin, and Ponson. We are going to auto few because I honestly so here we go. fouls, any other card to Boyer, 1 red card to Clark. They had to take an attacker to get Needham in the game. 5 corners, 57% possession. Malmo, 4 shots, 2 of them were on target. 5 fouls, 2 yellow cards to their 2 strikers. A corner and 70% possession. Redford just got matched. Let's take a look at the stats. Redford got red carded. He won by yellow card. Reno had to convert us because they didn't throw it back. Torrey Servant went yellow carded at the 46th minute. Got the way to go on the 86th minute. 177 Connie Anderson. Like Roy Anderson. My goodness, Roy Anderson? Jeez. Jeez. Stats. Robertson, 90 minutes, 2 shots, 2 kicking, 2 passes. Opponents? Highlights that Clark Larson is out there. Keep a tip a shot by Victor Morgan. Called the first game, people serving. What a goal. Well, unfortunately, it's a not happy ending. I mean, Neeskins had a happy ending. Peter McParlin had a happy ending, scoring a pair of goals. Toto Scalacci had a happy ending, scored twice. Gordon Erickson and the So 2 squad had a happy ending. And then domestically was a tie for Benfica. But the fact of the matter is that, it's not a happy ending. Like hockey pucks. Jorge Costa had a happy ending. Cesar Luis Menotti had a happy ending. Diego Jota probably would have had a happy ending, but classic soccer didn't settle that. So that just sucks so badly. Oh well, what can you do? Anyway, I'm Joe Adieu.